How's it going, everybody? Ryebread here today, and we are back with our Toronto Maple Leafs franchise mode. And yes, boys, coming off winning the Stanley Cup, it's now time for the offseason that's going to help us cement another Stanley Cup and hopefully not be the worst team in the playoffs that wins the Stanley Cup. Although, if you win the Stanley Cup, were you really the worst team in the playoffs? Statistically speaking, yes. Yes, we were the final team in the playoffs, and we had the worst record of any playoff team, but that doesn't matter because we won the Cup. So, who cares? We got in, we won it, let's get out, and let's go ahead and probably challenge for a higher spot next year. Rather than the final playoff spot being, the third spot in the Atlantic, why don't we go ahead and maybe try to be a top seed? And I think that's my goal here. Let's go ahead and view the draft class really quickly, just see if there's any spectacular talents out there that we might want to go. I don't think we're going to trade up because I don't know if any GM, if there's a franchise player, is going to want to trade. Oh my God, Aaron Madsen. I want him. I want him so bad. He's that left-wing sniper we need so badly. Because Thomas Tatar is a second-line center. Or a second-line sniper. Oh, he's a two-way forward. But, oh, God, he's a franchise forward. That it would be really nice to go get, guys. Oh, my God. He looks... Oh, look at that shooting category already in the upper 80s. Good God, this guy is gonna be something special. And Nashville has the pick, and they just might want to trade away that pick. So... I'm going to do some calling here, boys. I'm going to get on the phone with the GM of the Nashville Predators and see if we can go ahead and steal that pick from them and get that franchise player. Now, they do not want to trade that pick away. So this is going to be probably an unfruitful endeavor. We have 11, so they're not opposed to taking 11, but we probably have to give up more than just 11. Ty Smith, I'd be okay with trading Ty Smith, and... Oh, goodness gracious. Liljegren was such a crucial part. Tatar, I could part with Tatar, but he's great on that second line. We got, you know what, Tatar, yeah, I'll throw Tatar in there as well. And I don't think that's going to go through. Smith, Tatar, and a first overall. I don't think it's going to go through. I don't think I'm giving up too much. It's a franchise player who looks fantastic. We're listed as a champion. They're listed as a rebuilder. This is a lot more assets than that franchise player. Trade rejected. Woefully insufficient. Great. Do we have any goalies that I want to give away? Any goalies here? Mason would... he's on an expiring deal. They don't want him. They want Frederick Anderson, but we unfortunately have a lot of goalies that aren't going to be anything. Although Isaac Wallem could be a backup. I mean, no, it's just not going to happen. Anyway, Jay Bouwmeester here. Do you guys want Jay Bouwmeester or more? Because we have Spencer and Brandstrom. So hopefully Brandstrom comes up. Bouwmeester's 36. We don't have to re-sign him. That's fine. I'll throw him in there. I don't know if they would be over the league maximum salary cap. They're a rebuilder too. What the hell? Why is... Oh my God. Oh, wait. I'm looking at just defenders. I was like, oh my God, all they have is PK Subban. Look, you guys got your own freaking pick. Let me get your second pick here. Let me get Montreal's pick. What is Uduo Montreal? Oh my God. Thomas Hickey, nope. They want to give these guys away. Riley Nash, 1 year left basically at, he's an expiring deal. He does not get the job done. We'll have to see somebody worth a little bit more than that. That's Riley Nash. So maybe a little bit more. A guy like Chase on here, but he's not quite as good. Kelly Yarncrook signed for 3 more years at $2 million. That would be a league-approved trade. Does Moore get it to go? It's not where it needs to be at all compared to what we're asking them to give up. So I don't think we're going to go get that guy, that franchise guy. Unfortunately, it'd be fantastic if we could get Madsen. Aaron Madsen, Canadian, franchise player. Oh my God, sniper with high puck skills and senses. Fantastic shooting category already. Just bad because of his physical. That's the kind of player I want. But there is a top 10 player here in Lafreniere, who's a left-wing playmaker, who I don't know a lot about his puck skills or anything. His wrist shot power seems pretty decent. But he's exact elite, so I would take that. Or Asham here, who's a top 5. Arthur Asham. He's already got 84 offensive awareness. Are you serious? Left-wing sniper. He would not be a bad consolation prize. Of course, we're picking 11th. So maybe LA wants to trade their pick, because I'd trade up to with LA. Nope, they don't want to trade theirs, and I really highly doubt... Actually, Vancouver's pretty good, aren't they? Vancouver might want to give up their first. No, they don't. They don't want to give up that first either. They're also listed as a rebuilder. I thought they were good. Anyway, franchise player to Nashville. Madsen, 82 overall. Left-wing sniper. Medium franchise. already has 88 wrist shot accuracy. That is one fantastic player. Wow. All right, can we go up to maybe 4 and get an elite player and then maybe do some wheeling deal? No. They don't want to trade their pick. I want to get into the top 5. I just do. And they took the wheel. Okay, Damien, I thought he was a defenseman because of the D wheel, but it's Damien Wheel, left wing, two-way forward, medium elite, 4th line forward listed. Okay, very, very good player there for them. Would Minnesota be so inclined to trade their pick? Although at this point, no, because they're also listed as a rebuilder. Disappointing, but not surprised. Riley Suter for 11th. Oh, how old is Suter? Because I feel like he's really old to be on 6-year deal. Oh my God, he's under contract till he's 41. Why would I get a guy who's on contract till he's 41 for my first when I can go get some young guy that I can just keep? Asham, yeah, that was the left wing sniper who I said was not a bad consolation prize. Looks pretty good. Fortunately, I would have picked him over Wheel, probably, because I don't know anything about Wheel. Wheel Snipe-Selly. Mayer, offensive defenseman, also a great pick. Larry Mayer, already listed as a top 6. This is a really good draft, boys. I'm really glad that we have the 11th pick. Let's go ahead and try and hop Buffalo and Detroit and Boston. Can we get to the Calgary Flames pick? Trading with a Canadian rival, but ugh. Wait, timeout. Is there anybody there I want? Before I furiously try and move up, is there anybody even in the draft class that I still want? We need left wingers. So there's a left winger out there. I kind of want him. There's a right wing, top 6 forward. I mean, Sofilius, he's a defensive defenseman. He's listed as high elite, but defensive defenseman. I hate defensive defensemen, guys. Especially when they're elite, I feel like they're a waste of a pick, honestly. I mean, there's a top 4 guy, Zan Canaro. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to him. We could hope Lafreniere falls to us, but he's most likely medium elite. Okay, I need to sort by potential just to see what the heck is going on with all these players in the draft. Yeah, Lafreniere. Oh, Roussel. I said Roussel would not be a bad guy to go get. He's a right-wing playmaker. I'd kind of like to get a scorer, though. I mean, okay, Lafreniere is a playmaker. He's not a scorer. As far as other players in the first round, Connor, Hendricks. Did we trade away our first? Do we have our first? No, we don't have our first. We only have a second. That's right, we traded our first to, I believe, go get Thomas Tatar. Because we already had Vegas's first, and we won the cup, so that was a good idea. We also gave up our second, so we have a lot of later round picks, maybe some guys we can take some shots on, but this first round pick, I think this first round pick needs to hit big if we're going to make this draft a solid one. And okay, so let's see, who does Minnesota take? Sophilus, okay, if Lafreniere goes here, and there he goes. He's 57 though, so I'm not opposed to it. I mean, I guess we could wait. There's that other guy who's projected to go in the first round, but not in the top 10. Don't really want to wait for that. I don't want to, chance it. I mean, I know he's way down here, Roussel, but yeah, rather not chance it. Boston. Oh God, I would not want to trade with Boston. I don't want to give them anything. Screw you, Boston, knocking Toronto out in game number 7. Rip. Anyway, speaking of oh my God, I just hit sim to user pick, didn't I? So a first and a fifth for aging Brent Burns on a 6-year deal at $8 million. He's 30 again. Another guy signed till he's 41, and I just hit sim to user pick. Oh, good. Webb. So Webb was high top 6. That's not bad. Johnson was 71. 71. Wow, and 71 overall players. Then Patches. Lucas Pacioretty goes to Buffalo. Interesting. God, it's weird to think of a Pacioretty on Buffalo. Let's see here. Where do we go? I think we go with the guy we know is an elite player. I no delineating about this one. I think this is just where we go. He's 17. Looks to have a pretty decent overall. I'm going to say he's going to be a 64 overall with medium elite. That's my hope. Please be right. I'm a genius, guys. I'm just a freaking genius. I'm just going to sip my coffee here and be happy about that one. 64 at 17 is fantastic. I've drafted 58s at 18 kind of thing, and they never turn out to be anything. So Marshall Roussel could become something. Canadian here, boys. Did anybody get where he was from? What team in the OHL or whatever? Where was he from? Because I just saw medium elite and I went for it. And I don't think, like I said, I looked at the draft class and there's nobody else that I want to go get. This was the guy. Our next pick is not until the 3rd round. I mean, Del Rio, but we know he's probably not going to be that great. Del Rio is probably going to be not fantastic. Here's a Conacher here, could high top 6, he could be low top 9 kind of thing. He could be good, he could be bad. He's projected to go in the 7th round, so I'm going to pin him. Can I not pin him? Oh, it's A to pin him when you're not drafting. Or there's Trev Lyon here, the American from the United States, obviously. Don't like what his numbers are looking like, though. In the 3rd round, is there anybody else with potential? There's a goalie, Welch. I mean, we're not going to get him. We do kind of need to start looking at goalies. Montador here also looks... I don't know about him. I'm starting to draft players now based on what their numbers say rather than just what their potential says. So, as far as looking for players now... it might be a little bit more methodical of approach. Rupp here. Let's see. Rupp might fall to us. He looks pretty decent. 72, 73. He's probably going to be a medium top 9 forward. But we're just going to go ahead and sim to user pick because there's no other players. Vlasic for Brandstrom straight up. So trade away the future to get somebody who's not even that great now? I'm going to say no. I appreciate the offer, though, because that one didn't have me give up anything too crazy. I'm sorry. Our top defenseman prospect, in Will Spencer, like prospect, because we know like Ty Smith might not be able to make it to the NHL, which would suck. Also, Brandstrom, hopefully going to make it to the NHL next year. We trade him, who's probably the best guy we have in the pipeline right now, for a guy like Kyle Oposo, who's on 4 years at $6 million for an 82 overall, is he? So, or something bad like that. Technically, he's got no movement clause in real life. Yeah, 83 at 32 with 4 years left. I mean, the dude's still decent. I don't want that, though. He's a second-line forward. I'm not giving up my prospects to go get a second-line forward. It's just about that. Not at the draft, anyway. Maybe, oh, wow, we're here at the end of the, we're here at the end of the round here. Ooh, he does not look too fantastic. I want to look at somebody who I know something about. 72, not really. I'm not too confident about that one. Lucas Klimchuk, again, not too confident about that one. Exact 7th defenseman. Some interest. He's got decent passing, but I don't think he's gonna. Why are there all these 4th or 7th defensemen? Theoren here. Simon Theoren looks like he's gonna be a top 9 guy. He doesn't look like he's got the kind of overall that I want to take him because he's already 19. This guy looks pretty good though. I'm really liking Matthias Alfredsson. Get Alfredsson, a Swede center playmaker. He looks to have, he's a fantastic skater, but he looks to have really good offensive awareness, solid defensive stats. I'm going to go Alfredsson here. I know he's 4th, 5th round, but we're at the end of the 3rd here anyway. Oh, what was he? I have no clue what he was. And low elite at 70, boys. I'm loving my new style of drafting. It is working. Low elite, 70 overall, already 18 years of age, 79 offensive awareness. I thought he was going to be good based on those numbers. Apparently, Ryan O'Reilly is on the trade block from Buffalo. So, not a guy I would consider getting because we already have a guy like Nazem Kadri to be a very solid second liner. So they want to give us Jake Gardner back for our 1st and 2nd next year. I'm going to say no thank you. And, how about James Van Riemsdyk back for, again, our best defenseman prospect in a 3rd? Why do they... I let these guys go for a reason. I don't want to reunite with them so they can retire because they're on 4-year contracts at ridiculous amounts of money. Anyway, as I stop my venting, let's see here. Downey, Grinder, Hornqvist, not terrible. His passing's not where I would want it to be. Ben King, 70s, it's low accuracy, though. I'm not going to take the shot on it. DeMello here he doesn't look like good enough because he's 19 as well. Anybody that I've scouted, defensive defenseman, get out of here. I'm not drafting defensive defenseman. If I have to sign somebody or trade for somebody who's a defensive defenseman, then I will. But I will not draft somebody who is a defensive defenseman. Unless he's like a franchise player and I just can't refuse. It might be time to start sorting by potential here. Bottom, Norgan. I don't mind him. He's probably going to be, at best, medium top 9. I don't see him jumping, especially with that offensive awareness there at 72. We kind of do have to draft somebody here, though. 80 offensive awareness for Dwight Weidman. I know it's not very accurate, or there's a defensive defenseman from Canada. Looks much worse. I did pin Conacher, but this is... What the hell round are we in? We're in the 4th round. I'm not taking somebody who's predicted to go in the 7th round right now. Although it's a whole bunch of 5th round players. So I mean, I guess I could take Downey, the Grinder. He's not fantastic though. He's really nothing special. I could take a random shot on somebody. We just have under a minute to go here. like I said, very methodical approach to drafting this year instead of saying, hey, F it, let's go for him. I didn't like DeMello earlier, but that offensive awareness is probably not going to go up. If I were to draft him, I'd hope he's top 6 potential at best, because that's all he really can be, and he'd be more trade value than he would be somebody I want to take. But as far as value pick here, I don't think there's anybody really else that's projected to go in the 4th round. He's, 5th, 6th round, but I'm going to go ahead and take him and just hope for the best. Just hoping for the best get me anything? Gets me a medium top 9? Okay, fair enough. He's more valuable than a 4th round pick, and we did maximize our value there. I know he's 19, which is not what you want to see, but he's a 4th round pick. We couldn't find anybody worth it. Okay, so now they want my 1st in Lykesville. Interesting. Bukestad there is low top 9, so I definitely think we did get somebody pretty decent in there. Not like he's going to make the team or anything, I don't think. If he does, fantastic. Prove me wrong, kid, but let's go with Spike Booze here. No, thank you. You all need a little booze in your life, though. Anyway, Pow, no, thank you. I appreciate you coming. Norgren here? Nordgren? Not fantastic. Jacina there. I know I passed on that guy, but he's a power forward. He's exact top 9. He's 20. He doesn't have a good overall. He's not going to be worth pretty much anything. Weidman, I did like Dwight Weidman. He's a 6th round pick. It's the end of the 5th. I'm going to take him and hope for the best. Again, hoping for the best. We're picking at the end of the round. You got to do the... There was a... Whoa, what? 2 low elites? Damn. I missed out on 2 low elites. Martin, the sniper, and then Talixon, but they're both 53. I don't know if they're going to grow. There was another low elite that went, and he's a medium 70. So, doesn't look like this draft class has a lot of depth in it of really good steel players, although I'm happy with what we got. Gene Van Riemsdyk and Cowan, 2 former Toronto Maple Leafs, for our future defenseman. I'm going to say no thank you. And, there was Pow. He was a low top 9. Anyway, I'm going to just go ahead and take Conacher right now. He's high top 6. He doesn't look to have great overall, but he could be low elite, which would be great to see. And he's low top 9. So low top 9, not bad. He's only 18. Him and Philip Pow, basically the same kind of player, pretty much the same everything. So not making a poor pick based on where we were picking. But here we go. We got a lot more picks coming up here at the end of the rounds. We don't have a lot of picks in general, but we did get 2 elite players. I wouldn't mind taking the shot on the low top 9 guy just because there's nobody left. Although I could take some exact top 9s like Lundin, the grinder there, or take the shot on Blum because actually he doesn't look too poor. Doesn't look too bad. I think I'm going to take Blum here just because he's medium bottom 6, so he was bad. So at this point, it's just a crapshoot unless you know something about somebody. So I might go and take one of those exact low top 9s just because I kind of want to maximize my value out of these picks. Okay, so Subban is the only one. Stu Subban, only one. He's probably low top 9. And what was he? He was low top 9. So I figured as such because he's projected to go this late. Grigorenko is a medium top 9, which would have been much nicer to get. But there's only so much you can do. I'm going to just take Heikkinen just because he's low top 9. I've seen that jump before. Why not do it if he's top 9? He's low top 9. Big, not really missing out on too much here with this kind of pick. 19 at 60. Probably going to be a guy I throw in a trade if, I don't want to say that to his face after I just drafted him, called him on the phone and everything. He's, hey, by the way, I'm just going to draft you right now, but don't worry, you'll be traded in like 6 months. I'm just drafting you because you're more valuable than a 6th round pick. So, yeah, no, I'm not telling him on the phone. Medium backup goalie, take him, why not? And he's medium backup goalie. At that point, it was Mr. Irrelevant. I didn't honestly care too much about who we took there, but I'm really happy with our first 2 picks. A medium elite, 64 at 17, as I predicted. And we got a low elite there, 70 at 18. So, all in all, I think those 2 picks salvaged the draft, plus Thomas Tatar was a great trade deadline acquisition, if I don't say so myself. And all right, here we go. All right, so I've already been going for 20 minutes. View contracts. Let's see who is expiring this year. I might just cut this out of the video for you guys so you don't have to watch it. But, yeah, we have $21 million in cap space. So, glad to see that. Who's expiring? I did like Frolik. Frolik has been playing. He really wants an extension, too. He's 32. I'll give him... He wants an extension. Can I give you 1 year at 3.5? I'd be a lot happier if I could get him at 1 year, 3.5 for a 32-year-old Frolik. Jay Bomeister does not want a contract extension. He wants $4 million anyway, and he's 36, so I'm going to say goodbye. Tyler Bozak. Can I give you 1 year, 3.5 as well? There we go. And, what about goalies? Do we have, Steve Mason is expiring, but he's going to want, 1 year at $1 million. I'm cool with that for Steve Mason. Sparks in the AHL is, we have Wallen and we have Scott there as well. Sparks is 26. I'd rather give Scott the chance to shine, and we'll let McElhaney go, and we'll release these two goalies that I took a shot on and didn't pay off. So we had a lot of goalies, now we have not a lot of goalies, and I'm okay with that. All expiring. Let's go to just a defenseman. Check this out. Our defensemen are basically locked up. Riley, Theodore Liljegren, Moore, Carrick, Weidman, Dermott, Branstad. Let's sign Dermott back. He was 1 year, $1 million contract. I can give that to you. I have $21 million. Borgman here. He's an AHLer. He wants a one-way contract. Nielsen, he does want a two-way contract, and I'll get him for 3 years at 0.9 because he's going to be a good AHLer for the future. Rinyat Valiev, one-way contract. I'm going to say no. I'm just going to release these guys. If they're not going to be anything, not buying out Brandstrom. No, thank you. He's already 76 at 20. Eric Brandstrom, man, hopefully you grow and become something good for us. You could even be the 6th defenseman. Rosen here. Oh, God, Calais Rosane. Man, it kills me because the NFL draft was the other day. So, 3 years, 8.75. He's 26. He'll be 29. We can easily get rid of him after that. Spencer here, 69 at 19. What does that mean for our AHL here? What are we looking at? All right, so we're looking at if we don't go out and sign anybody in free agency. So you've got Riley Theodore, Liljegren Moore, and then Carrick Weidman. Then we have Dermott, Brandstrom, Nielsen, Rosen, Middleton, Ranson, and Smith. So maybe Smith can play in the AHL, and Joka Harju as well. Geertsen, I'm going to let him go. I'm going to go to all expiring here. Who didn't I sign? I did not sign Weidman back. Weidman, it depends on how much you want. I think that's a little bit too much for Weidman because I've got a guy like Dermott on a much better contract who's also probably going to be a top 6 defenseman for us next year if we don't sign somebody. Hole there. I know Weidman was a good guy in the locker room, but I can always go back after him in free agency. All right, so Connor Brown, how much do you want? 2 years. Can I give you 2 years, 2.5? I'm okay with that. Nikita Soshnikov does not want a contract extension, so I will not overpay for a 79 overall. Aaron Brooks here. Is it Adam Brooks or Aaron Brooks? I'll give him 2 years, 1.5. I can do that for a bottom line player. Kirby Reichel, another bottom line AHLer. 2 years, 1.5. We'll see if I can just get all these guys on that kind of contract. Lipin, more like an AHLer there. Carlson, and if you want a two-way deal, how many years on a two-way deal? I'll give him 3. Yeah, he's young, so I'll give him 3 years on a two-way deal. And if he becomes something, great. If he doesn't, he's just sitting in the AHL. He's 74. Yeah, I'll give him a 3-year deal. He could be in AHL for as long as he wants. Butler there. Jay Butler, a two-way forward, 72 overall already. You know what? I think it's time to give this guy a contract. His rookie deal, fine with that. Bitten, I guess, I can bring him back. Maybe I didn't even bring him back. Maybe it was the first contract I'd offer him. And let's see, Card. Yeah, so Mullen's probably going to be a guy I might move on from. We took him in the 5th round. He's not looking like he's going to be fantastic. So he's a guy we probably want to move on from. And Card here as well. Not a lot of big names that were expiring this year, so that kind of makes me concerned for next year, because I think next year is the big year. We've got Frederick Anderson and Mitch Marner coming up next year. Oh, God, that's... So who has got to be re-signed? Marner, Theodore, Tatar, Bennett, Liljegren, Moore, Hyman, Carrick. So it's not terrible, but Marner is the big one. He's definitely going to ask for some more money than he's making right now. What is he making right now? I don't even know what he's making. I should know this. He's making, $5.4 million for 1 more year. So he's definitely going to want he's probably going to want over $6 million. He's a great player now, and he's a first liner for us. So there we go. Those should be all the signings. Hopefully Steve Mason rejected. Frolik rejected. Bozak accepted. Brown accepted. Moy accepted. Reichel, yep. Brooks, Dermott, Nielsen, Rosen, Bitten, Carlson, Butler. All right, so it was just Steve Mason and Frolik. They don't want to be undercut that much. Frolik, though, was loving. He was loving me. I was loving him. We were giving each other love there through the press in the playoffs. So 1 year, I guess 1 year. Now he wants 1 year, $4 million. I'll give it to him. It'll put us down to $11 million in cap space. Goalies there. Steve Mason does want an extension. 1 year, 1.025. That'll put us down to $10 million. We'll have $10 million. And you know what? If there's a top line defenseman out there, I think I said this last year, I'll go get him. But if not, I'm not going to spend my money on somebody who I don't think really is going to make us all that much better. Because we just won like I said, we won the cup. He rejected, and Frolik accepted. So that's great. Steve Mason, I liked Steve Mason as a backup, and he didn't seem to have any signs of slowing down all that much. He played well in the playoffs, so maybe I'll give him 1 year, 1.5, up his contract a little bit. Because I don't know what he made last year, but we'll give him 1 year, 1.5. That's not going to ruin our cap space situation. If he doesn't want to come back then, he's listed as a starter, so that's probably why he doesn't want to come back, but he is 32, turning 33. So, like I said, a little old for what we want to do here if he's going to be our backup. He accepted, so beautiful. We got everyone re-signed, and we still have a lot of cap space going into free agency. I think we have over $11 million. So, sorry, boys. Let's go ahead and get to free agency here. And who is the best free agent on the market? Who's it going to be? It's Jake Muzzin. Actually, I'm not opposed to signing him for a 2-year, $5.75 million deal. The question is, how does he simulate? He seems to be a really good all-around defender. A great guy to be in the top 4. He got 20, 30 points. So he gets around 20, 30 points. What line did he play on, though? That's the question. He's been getting a lot of ice time. And I don't know if I want to give this kind of guy a bunch of money. But then there's a guy like Jared Spurgeon, who is a very good... he is another really good guy. Yeah, I think he's a little bit more consistent. How much ice time did he get? I don't know if he got... Yeah, he didn't get top-line ice time either. So Spurgeon, I feel like, would be more worthy of that 2-year, $5.75 deal because he's also only 30, but there are more teams interested in him. Now, I'm going to sort by potential here real quick and see if there's any elite players. And Tyler Toffoli is the... Wow. There are no undrafted players that really made it out here that are anything of note. Although, this guy, he's 71 at 19, but I don't think he's going to be all that much in the NHL, so I'm going to go ahead and pass on him there. Let's go ahead and check out goalies really quickly here. And, excuse me? 89 overall Thomas Greiss? Did he just have a ridiculous... Is that stat growth? Or, Jesus. Okay, so if we didn't get Mason back, I guess Howard would be a fine backup. Same thing with a guy like Hutchinson as well, but we did get him back, so we're all... Wait, I should check potential. Fringe starters galore. All right, so no, nothing there. I think I'm going to go after Spurgeon, and... Oh, wow, look at all the defensemen, but I definitely think Spurgeon is the guy to go after here. Let's go to defensemen. Let's go with by overall because it was sorting by potential. Muzzin, Spurgeon, Hamonic, Dillon. I mean, Hamonic is kind of like a distant guy. He's a defensive defenseman. Just look at his individual stats compared to a guy like... I mean, Spurgeon's a lot less physical. And I feel like Spurgeon he's a better skater. He seems to be the better defender. He's got better puck skills. I'm going to give Spurgeon a 2-year deal worth... $6 million? Is 2 years, $6 million too much for Spurgeon? Am I going to get him for that? I mean, we did just win the cup. I'm going to give him 2 years at 5.8. I feel like that's solid. He will become, I think, our highest paid defenseman more than Riley, but Riley's on a fantastic contract as is, so I'll take that. We'll go ahead and sign Spurgeon. Hopefully we can get him because that helps out our defensive core quite a bit. And now forwards, I think we do need a winger, a guy like maybe Tyler Toffoli, a right wing sniper. Like I said, that second line forward, Thomas Tatar is expiring at the end of the year, and if I got Toffoli, Frolik could move, so we could have a first line of the Matthews, Marner, Nylander line, but then the second line would then be Tatar, Kadri, and Toffoli, maybe, or maybe a guy like Jason Zucker, who, how much does he want? He wants just under $4 million, where Toffoli wants just under $6 million. I think I'd rather go with the just under $4 million, because, again, cap space situation, it's not like it's going to kill us. But how does he simulate, though? That's the question. He plays about 14 minutes on ice. He takes some face-offs. Cool. Giveaway to takeaway ratio, not fantastic, but these 3 seasons, he's put up 36, 30, and 28. He was a minus 12 last year, but Minnesota is in cap space trouble, so they are probably losing some talent around him. But he only put up 30 points. What is he listed as? A third-line scorer. Toffoli is the guy to go get. If I give 2 contracts at 5.8, that puts us at 11.6. Oh, that would be a tough one. We'd have to probably go get Toffoli for about $6 million, and then I don't know if we'd have the cap space to do it. I'm going to try it, though. I'm going to give him 2 years at... Oh, man, because we don't have that much. We have 11.6. If we gave Spurgeon 5.8, that means we have 5.8 to give, I'm pretty sure. So if we give him 2 years, 5.8, and just let him decide, because it's not like the end of the world if he doesn't sign with us, and no teams are interested in him already. I would not mind giving him that contract. He's only 28 as well. Any depth guys here on good contracts, like I said, Soshnikov, Reed, Boucher. I think those are the contracts I'm offering. Hopefully we get both of those guys. The guy I do really want, though, is Spurgeon, because I'd much rather get the defensive core, because the forward core, like I said, is fine. We got Tatar at the second half of last season, and I'm excited to see how he does in a full season with us here. So we'll go ahead and advance a couple days here and see what they say. Oh, man, I really wish I could just push Y in here. They made some great additions mid-year. Now there are 2 teams interested in Toffoli and a lot of teams interested in Spurgeon. So I'm probably not going to get him. Jason Zucker, though, I think we can still get him. He might be a guy that is a solid third-line guy, better depth. I'm just going to keep popping back here and checking who is interested in who, because if there's some... Oh, shit, there's a team interested in Zucker. I don't want him to answer before Toffoli does, though, and then screw us, because we could have gotten Toffoli, but I didn't have enough cap space. There's Melker Carlson. There's Bo Bennett. I mean, he's a decent depth option. He's a scorer. I mean, he's a sniper. So, I mean, he put up 26 points last year in the NHL. So, and only getting, he put up 4th-line minutes. To put up 26 points, if we played him on the 3rd line, I think that would be fine. Hopefully, we don't have to worry about that, though, when you get Toffoli and Spurgeon. One more day, guys. Let's find out who we signed. Tyler Toffoli accepted. And Spurgeon accepted. Tyler Toffoli, we did not even overpay for Tyler Toffoli. He just wants to come play for Toronto. And I mean, who wouldn't? It's Toronto. It's Hockey Central, baby. And we just won the freaking cup. So, you get to come add to the legacy that is the Toronto Maple Leafs franchise. But as far as cap space is concerned, we have a whopping $1.928 million. So just under $2 million. So we would have been fine if I overpaid for him. I don't know why it does that. It doesn't actually count their full contract. But I'm going to go ahead, sim to next season. I will see you guys when I start setting up the lines. So here we go, guys. Up at the start of the season number 4. And we're going to go ahead and check the captains. Kadri is the assistant with Riley, and then we have Matthews as the captain. I'm cool with that. Kadri's been around all 3 of this is the thing. These 3 guys have been through the franchise for a long time. I mean, as long a time. This is now 4 years into the future, so this is what we're looking like, and it's definitely looking a lot better and a lot deeper than it was last year. The 3rd line didn't change too much, except for now we have Frolik there on the 3rd line, and the 3rd line looks very solid with... Sam Bennett's now a medium top 6. I think I'd almost rather have a medium top 6 than a low elite anyway. And then defensively, we have Riley, Theodore. Riley's now up to a 91. Theodore there, who's a top 4 defenseman. Jared Spurgeon, and Liljegren's now up to an 83, with Moore, who's an 82, and Connor Carrick, who's an 80. Now, I don't know who's grown or whatnot, but I almost want to put Liljegren on that first line, because Liljegren was killing it in the... Anyway, let's go ahead and do the roster moves, see who's in the system that's grown and who's in the NHL that might want to be sent down. We will start, not there, Brandstrom. Look at Brandstrom, boys. Frederick Anderson, Steve Mason. In the system, we have Wallen, who's now a 79, and Scott. So, defenseman, though, I saw that for a second. Connor Carrick is a top 6 defenseman, but so is Eric Brandstrom. He's now a 78, top 6. I want him playing. I mean, I don't care if he's got the lower overall. He's at a top 6. He's still 21, medium top 4. He's a guy I want playing. And then we have Travis Dermott here, just in case we need to call somebody up, who looks to be a very solid option, though. I mean, he grew 2 points, I'm pretty sure. I didn't think he was a 77 last season. So now we have options in the system about defensemen. And our defensemen in the NHL look even better. With Morgan Rielly, Spurgeon, Theodore, and Liljegren. Like I said, I think I'm going to give Liljegren the top-line ice time. I keep thinking this dude's 24 and won't grow. The dude's 21, and he's an 83 at low elite, and he has just balled out. 40 points last season, and then in the playoffs, he had 16 points in 23 games, but it was a plus 13. The dude generates offense and is apparently good enough on defense that we don't get scored on a lot when he's out there. But I think putting a guy like Moore, a very solid defensive defenseman, with a guy like Erik Brannstrom, who's in the system here, who's not him, who's fantastic offensively, if you look at his offensive stats, but defensively not as great. So maybe, skating, he's fantastic. So Moore shuts it down at the blue line. Brannstrom helps generate offense for those bottom guys who now have some help with Bennett and Frolik on that third line, and the fourth line is now looking more like a regular fourth line. But forwards, here's the thing. Not a lot of help coming up from the minors. Wait, where did Ty Smith in here? Ty Smith is now a 70 at 20. That is personally my cutoff. You have to be a 70 at 20 to stay on this team. But guys, do you think I should trade him and get value now? And if he grows to be good, I might look. If I do trade him, I might trade him to the Western Conference so it doesn't directly bite us in the ass. But you guys let me know. Should I keep him? Should I trade him? I want to know that. But I definitely think I'm going to also trade a guy like Connor Carrick. I feel like he's got value at an 80 overall. He's on $2 million for 1 more year, so his contract is not that big of a deal for us, honestly. It'd be nice to have a little bit more flexibility come the trade deadline. But forwards, the same old here in the NHL. I think I might... Oh, Brooks is an 80 now. I feel like that was a really good contract then. Yeah, Bozak's an 80. Brooks is an 80. He's high top 9. He's listed as a fourth line forward. Danton Heinen as well. He's an AHL guy. And I might send Kirby Reichel down. Hyman at 2.25, though. Seems like a little bit of an excessive contract. He could be a guy that could be moved too. But we'll see. We'll see how everything goes. We'll edit the lines here, go to best lines, see what they decide to do. Hyman and Aaron Brooks. Aaron Brooks was not playing because, oh, that's right, we had Bozak. Ooh, Bozak, 1 year left at $3.5 million. He's now listed as exact bottom 6, so he might drop off. But then again, we've got Brooks to come in and just take his place here when Bozak is gone at the end of the season because I don't need to re-sign him. And I'm really liking the vision with this team. I'm liking where the direction this team is going. I'm liking how everything is looking. Connor Carrick, like I said, probably going to be gone at the start of next video, and we're going to bring up Brannstrom. But this is about all the time I have for this one, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see some more, and I will see you guys in the next one.